Okay, thank you everyone for sitting here and continue listen to the sharing. So next will be Dato Tee, managing for T and Teo. So let me introduce Dato Tee. Dato Tee is the managing partner of a boutique legal firm that he incepted in 1999 as full-time litigator acting for banks and focus on civil and corporate litigation. His practice focuses on corporate conveyancing, joint venture, and shareholders agreement and sale of share agreements. So he is currently the legal advisor for Shanghai Financial Magazine. He acts as a legal consultant for public listed companies and chairs the Joint Management Committee and Managing Corporation for Mixed Development and Condominiums. He is an avid badminton player and he loves to travel as sport cars. Currently sitting in the BOD Board of Director of Ferrari Owners Club Malaysia. So, let me remind.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah.
A very good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Can I invite this backbencher to move on a little bit? If you don't mind. Yeah, because I have this to say because to share the topic is about law. I think all of you agree that it's a very dry, very boring subject. Okay. For me, I really have to think really hard as to how to make these sessions a little bit more lively. Thank you. So I really need this small favor from you all. I need this to be more interactions with the floor. Okay. If you look at the title, it is quite different from what is being stated in the schedule. The schedule is stated that something like legality in terms of fundraising. So at the end of the day, why do I choose to change it? It's because I think at this moment, looking at most of the participants, share something that you can relate more closely at this moment, and leaving the other subject to maybe a later stage. Okay, so here it goes. I start.
Sorry.
I press right.
No.
Oh, okay.
Right is forward.
Why knowing some basic law and adhering to the law are important in business? Even before that, let me move on slide forwards. I would like to, this is not really a test, but would you all take out a piece of paper and just answer this? It's very simple. Even though you do not know the answer, because either true or false, at least there's a 50% chance of getting right. And it's very simple. After I read question 1, you just choose whether it's a tick or a cross. It's as simple as that. And it's only 6 questions. There's no need to copy the questions. You don't need to waste time to copy the questions. You can take a photo. It will be sent to you after the sessions anyway. Okay? Ready? So number 1. If any one of you do not quite understand and need me to translate in Chinese, just raise the hand. I will do so. Okay? Sure. Wonderful. Question number 1. In a partnership business, the liability of the business is equally shared among the partners. 在一个合伙人的身体里面呢，那个法律的责任呢是所有的伙伴平均分担的。 对还是错 ？So 就是不用紧写下来，不需要跟我讲。equal 呀，就比如说就2个 partner 就除2，3个就除3，好吗？是对还是错？因为这个为什么我会做完之后，我的 session 完之后，我们再做对，好吗？可以了吗？好了，好，看。Shareholder of a Sendera will be personally liable to certain offences committed by the company. 公司的股东呢，会为公司所犯下的一些offences， 就是罪吧，还是不遵守条例？可以是刑事，也可以是民事的罪。负责，对还是错 ？Shareholders，OK？、第3，这题你们不可能错了，谁这天有来的？有吗？都有来吗？Who were here yesterday? Sorry, sometimes I forgot that they are. You know, I will try my best to speak in English. Who were here yesterday for yesterday's sessions throughout? You all can never miss this. Because the topic that I'm going to talk to a certain extent will be overlapping with what Agnes has talked about, but it's more of a different aspect of it. I'll explain why later. So there are 3 common legal entities to start off a business. Yes or no? 3 common. Yeah. Still remember the picture about bicycle? Motorbike. I love that slide, by the way. Okay. So 怀疑，对不起，一般上我们会有比较常见的3种的那个法人的方式来进行这个来 incorporate 一间 company 来成立一间公司，对还是错 ？OK。第4 ，director will be personally liable in case company fails to pay income tax。董事如果你们没有为你们的员工缴付那个 EPF 的话，你们是要承担那个法律责任的。虽然是公司，是对还是错？第5 ，What the director has the power to make decisions on the day-to-day running of business without any resolutions。就是说，董事局呢，在执行一般上的日常公司的运作方面呢，是不需要得到准备那个所谓的 resolution 叫什么？议案 resolution， 对还是错？Number 6, in the law of contract, free of charge is the best deal. Charge. Sorry, there's a typo error. Thanks for pointing out. Free of charge. FOC 是最好。在合约法律方面呢 ，free 的东西，免费的东西，免费的 deal is the best deal. Yes or no? Very simple. All right. So done, everybody. Tick cross. Yes. 好了，好。那可以你们可以交换吗？哎，没事，不交换也没事。No need to exchange. Just keep it. Then later on, then you answer all again at the end of sessions. Okay. Okay. Let's move on. So I keep on. Okay. Right. Okay. Move this. Sincere apology to my Muslim. I'm not here to teach how to get law. Don't worry. Even though the slide suggests so. Okay. Let me share some small story to you. Who know how to play poker in this room? Wow. Just to let you know, when I was a young kid, a coffee shop. Another 2 door also coffee shop. So by the age of 10, I'm an expert in all. Mahjong, all the poker, you name it. Even Taijiu. Who knows what's Taijiu? You know, anyone know how to play Taijiu? No, okay. But today, unfortunately, because of I didn't, I forgot it almost all. Okay, but from that, the advantage about it is because of that, I find myself in terms of mathematics quite good. I can calculate very fast. But that was that. Okay, so back to this. There was this professional gambler, okay, who make money just by. Okay. So in real life, I have a friend who is actually a professional gambler. He will travel to various places just to gamble to make money. Okay. So one day, basically, he make money by gambling. Okay. One day, he heard of this. There are a group of people that's very, like to gamble very much. Not only like to gamble, and they gamble in big amounts. Okay. So he was thinking, hey, whether I can try to make some money out of this. So he visited that small town. Okay, so when he reached there, the game that they play is poker. Poker is about 6 of them. Okay, and this professional gambler, being a professional gambler, he always has very good card in his hand. Okay, after about half an hour, he has this 10, J, Q, King, and Ace. What is this? Tongfa Sun, right? And because of the numbering, you know is the of the card. I mean, it's almost the biggest. It's something like so big. Okay. If you are him, what will you do? You bet heavily, right? Yeah, exactly. This is what this guy do. So that by the time cuts, right? So happened that there's another one of the participants also. He also has a Tongfa Sun. But it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Professional gambler is good news because he think that he wins. But to his surprise, the money was sampled by this person who got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He was so shocked. How come? Why you take my money? Are you trying to cheat me? No, because really in that small village, their rules is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is bigger than 10, J, Q, King, 1. Okay, of course, being very angry, but they are not really sitting. It was really the practice in that small town. So it's okay. We continue to gamble, hoping to fight back the money. Okay, but I said, as the luck he has it, this guy is really good. And almost to end of the sessions, he have this card in his hand. It's exactly the card that the other guy took the money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What would you do? Silent. I think that's what normal people would do, right? When open, okay, and yeah, he got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on person, and there's one of it got this. You know what's full house? 3 plus 2, 3 plus a kind, right? But yet the rest of the people, this guy that got this full house so excited, he's celebrating, getting money. This guy again in total shock. Why? I thought you all said this already the biggest. And not knowing to him, actually this rule that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the biggest. The rules in this kampong can only happen once in the day. So what's the moral of the story? What's the moral of the story? You better know your rules. You better know your law. You start any game before you start anything, just like in business. Alright? Like badminton, who watched badminton last night? I think most of us, right? Badminton has own rules, right? How to serve, which line is out, which line is in. Life is a game, and every game has its. So law, that's how law relates daily, right? And the moral of the story is not trying to talk gambler, but really is law. At least know the rules of the game before you embark anything on it. Alright? And the other story that I'll try to share is why is it important to know? It's because of this. Anyone speak Latin here? Latin is a very ancient language. Okay, right now they have slowly developed something like Italian, Spanish, French, all derived from Latin. We study law, and some of the words until today I remain in Latin. Okay, I can't honestly I can't really pronounce it. Ignorations, juris non excuset, something like that. Anyway, but in essence, what today mean is like ignorance of law, excuse no one. Basically, not knowing the law is not an excuse for you to discharge from your liability. Who has stopped by the police before? Yeah, either you're speeding, you're going on emergency lane or whatsoever. Anyone? Yes. You tell me what happened.
Speeding.
Oh, speeding. Okay, when you stop, what happened? What will you tell the one?
Normally the dog will tell you why you offense.
Oh, your offense. Okay, then. Sometimes we will say because all this happen very frequent way, you know. In a place, there's nowhere that you can go that speed one. A lot of places. A place is meant to be 110, speeding like 60. You know, they always catch it at that place one. Of course not, can off mine or else no business. Okay, right? So normally I've been stopped a few times. So I thought, 90? In front there, just one came, the way is 110, I thought it's still 110, right? So I don't know, this place is, it's only 90 km per hour. But in law, they won't buy it. Not knowing the law is no excuse, okay? At the end, I don't know how we settle, but if not, go to the court, not to say, the most, not knowing the law can only be a mitigating factor, i.e. 知道吗 mitigating factor 就是作为求情的一个因素，不能够作为你免除你责任的一个理由。哦，我不知道哦，我不懂哦。Just frequently we say that, right? Yeah, so that's the reason why it's very, very important. Okay? And just like in the room, who has sold your car before? Selling a car? Yes. So you sell it to your friend or sell it to second car dealer? My second car dealer. Okay. Being a lawyer, very frequent we have this client come to us. They ask us what to do. Why? Because they just sold their car and suddenly they receive a summons from the court. You know? And actually what happened is when you sell the car, normally what you do, you go to the car dealer, you hand over the car, they either issue a check or sometimes they control if you buy trading, so-called trading from them. And what they normally do is because of, so they would not immediately change your name in the JPJ. They display the car there, and don't forget you are still supposed to pay the installment. They will not take out their own money when accept the installment. No. They will pay one time for you to buy them until the car is being sold. Sometimes in the second car dealer, if the business is no good, what will happen? You don't have money to pay the installment. Then what happens? The bank will come and sue you. And worst case, sometimes not only they display their car there, sometimes after work, they ride the car elsewhere and happen in an accident. Who will you summon if the car, your car involved in an accident? First thing they will do is to contact JPJ, search whoever is the owner, the summon will be directed to them. I come to us, sorry, I don't know all this, no excuse. Too bad. Ignorant of law is no excuse. So why I tell all this story is because you are going to start a business, okay? So I don't expect you all to be an expert, right? But some fundamental, basic commercial law is a must. Knowing that is a power in terms of your bargaining, or at least use that to attack people, or at least to protect yourself. Use it as a shield and not as a sword, okay? So, who else can still pronounce the Latin languages now? Still can. Wow, fantastic. Until today, without looking at it, I still can't remember. Okay, okay, back to here. Today, I'm going to really focus on these three things. As you know, I think Agnes has to a certain extent covered this. These are the three common types of business entity that you can start. Okay, so provider, partnership, company, or corporation. Partnership, anyone can still remember how many members that you can have? Minimum, maximum? Anyone? I should put this in the slide just now. Minimum, sole proprietor, no need to mention now, it's one man show, right? So, partnership, 2. Maximum? Yes, yes. And then company. When I mention a company, let's divide into 2. One senior berhad. Okay, again it's 2 too. Okay, anything more than that, then you have to incorporate the berhad. All right. So factor to consider. Apart, I really loved how Alex presented it yesterday. Okay, as written to me he is always very amazing. That's able to present something in a very lively way. You know, in terms of the so yesterday he has covered a lot about the tax part. You have all these employment. Remember. So today, same thing. We have other considerations that you should think of before for you to decide which type of business that you want to start. Okay. Entity that you want to start your business. First, setting up costs. Setting up costs for, I think, which one is most expensive startup in your opinion? Correct. Berhad and Sandra corporations, yes. Okay. Because for sole prop and partnership, I think I'm not very sure, but I think it's anything between 100 or 100 plus, something like that. For incorporating a Sandra Berhad, it depends. The fees, I think, to my knowledge, ranging anything between 2008 to 2005, depending on which term that you go. And second, in terms of cost, there are also yearly recurring and maintenance costs. Right? Like for example, you need to pay your auditor, you need to pay your tax agents, you need to pay your filing fees and all that. Those are the things, those are the other costs. Of course, tax bracket is something that you should consider very seriously. Like what has been pointed out by Agnes yesterday. Okay. Indeed, cost of closing it. Most of the people will always ask, hey, how much to start? Hardly people will ask me this question. How to close? How much will it cost to close? Right? And you should consider it. And then second one is the nature of business. Right? Like for nature of business, like for example, we lawyer, it's compulsory that we have to be in the form of either sole proprietor or partnership. And right now they have introduced this new entity called LP. Right? Yeah. The reason why lawyers are not allowed is because we always hold a lot of money as stakeholder. Sometimes we hold 10 million, 20 million, right? And if I explain later what a company can do, you understand why we cannot be incorporated because liability is limited. Okay? And size of the business, it's like, if you decide, if after attending Dr. Wong's course, your aim is to list the company as IPO, then you should start the company in the form of Berhad, right? Then number 3, the factor to consider is exposure to liability. All right. Sole proprietor in law, you and the business is the same entity. Okay. In case you owe your supplier 500,000, you are unable to pay, your business are unable to pay, they actually can come over to touch your personal assets, your car, your shares, whatsoever personal assets. Okay, so in that sense, you're exposed to very huge legal liability. The other one is liabilities are unlimited. How about partnership? Partnership? Limited or unlimited? Partnership is also unlimited. We're not talking about LLP here, it's normal partnership. Okay, certain form of LLP, yes, limit your liability to a certain extent. I'm talking about normal partnership that's formed under the Partnership Act. Okay, partnership is also unlimited. It's also unlimited. Not only unlimited, so-called joint and several. What does it mean? Anyone? It means we also have clients come to Mr. A, Mr. B, start a business. After a while, business doing very well because they're in the partnership form. So both of them use their name to take a loan from the bank. Okay. Business goes down, and they were unable to pay the loan. The bank come and foreclose the property and sue them for the balance. Okay, and so for the balance, Mr. A still has some money. So let's say the amount owed to the bank is 1 million. He actually offer the bank, Mr. Bank, 1, 2, 3. We have, let's say 3. We have 2 partners. So we owe you 1 million. I pay 500 law. But bank will accept. Joint and several means the bank or the creditor have the right to choose who to sue, and you are not sharing the liability. Let's say, you are joining 1 million. I can, let's say, Mr. A and Mr. B. Somehow I think you have more money. It's better, right? I don't want to sue him. I can choose just to sue you and you alone, and you're fully responsible for the total 1 million. That's worse than so-called. It's so-called. You do your own, you suffer lah. Okay, that's what we mean by joint and several. The bank has no application. Yes.
Not the LLP.
No. LLP, if you drop it right, depending on how it's being formed and subject to certain conditions, yes, you can limit your liabilities. So in partnership, sometimes it's very easy to set up, just like the sole proprietorship, right? Yeah. And the other thing that before I forget, let's move on. The third one is Sandra Berhad. Okay, Sandra Berhad. On the other hand, people like to start a business in the form of Sandra Berhad, even though the cost is slightly higher, and you have startup. I would say 2008 to 2005 yearly maintenance, depending on your turnover, anything between 4,500 to even 10,000, mainly on all the fees and all that, or even higher, right? But still, many people choose to start a Sandra Berhad. Why? This is the main reason. Because for some, in Malaysia, under the Company Act, we have this legal principle. Basically, the company and the shareholders are separate legal entities. Separate legal entity. That means they treat you differently. Shareholders, company is company. Okay, so the shareholder, before the Sandra Berhad, let's say your payout capital is, let's say 100,000. You come in 100,000. For your creditor, let's say 1 million. If your company unable to pay, you sue the company. The company is still unable to pay. The most they can do is wind up the company, and the shareholder walk free. Why? But because of the limited liability protections, the reason why a lot of people in the form of Sandra Berhad. Later on, I also cover point of view what you should do in dealing with this kind of company. There are too many people. We always heard of $2 pay up company. They set up the company by $2 only. They take your money or whatsoever. They run away. You sue the money. You still can okay, go to the on the street. You see how you punch him. You sue God. It's against the. You can only go against the company if it is the company that takes the money. Okay. And this one I want to say, if companies suffer any losses or being sued, it will not affect your car, your house. In short, you cannot touch your personal asset. All right. Number 4, before you start, please also consider this statutory compliance requirement. For example, the Central Berhad, I think there are a lot of compliance to be adhered to. For example, as a company, you're supposed to have at least 2 directors. So yearly, you're supposed to hold AGM. And many others. And all this come with a cost. It's also like liability, right? So I will touch more on the director's duty later. Number 5, let's move on. Business continuity. This one should also be considered in the event of withdrawal of partners. Partner die, what happens? Bankrupt. I want to highlight this in a form of partnerships. In a form of partnership, the Partnership Act says that, let's say, both of you share, okay? So that partnership maybe to do some accounting or what. Few years later, if the business is doing very good, you still have a lot of clients, and suddenly one of you pass away. Under the law, the partnership is automatically dissolved. The company is dissolved automatically by the provision law. So in that sense, to cover this, if you're in the form, if you're joining a partnership, it's very important for you to have a partnership agreement. And in the partnership agreement, it expressly says that the partnership would not be dissolved in the event of one of the partners become a bankrupt or die. Okay, it will not. So you have that provision in your partnership agreement in that, it's okay. Because in our field, as you understand, a lot of lawyers run in the business in the form of partnership. And until now, from time to time, we still face this problem that certain legal firm establishment, actually, they themselves as a lawyer, after practicing certain number of years, and suddenly, it's dissolved just because one of the partner died. And they don't have all this core partnership agreement. And they also explain why bank, when appointing lawyer and everything, if you're a sole provider, he cannot be bank's lawyer because bank is also afraid of that kind of exposure in the event you die. So what happens? Whole thing dissolve all the file that we entrusted from you. Okay. So let's number 6 is ease of operations. The best is still sole provider. You do what you like. You don't even have a file auditor report. Your account doesn't have to be disclosed to outside. Up to you, right? Today you want to close shop. Up to you. You want to go and borrow money from the bank. Shop everything the bank, as long as the bank is willing to lend you. Compared to partnership and also for company, you need, for certain material transaction like opening a bank account, you want to borrow money from bank for expansions. If let's say out of 10, you cannot get a resolution passed. You can't even open bank accounts. You have 3 of you want to take 1 million to open another 2,000. You disagree? You can't. Okay. So after seeing all this, let's summarize a little bit by advantage and disadvantage. Advantage, come, make sure you don't see the 6 factors. Setting up cost, cheap or not? Cheap. Very cheap, fast or not? Okay. Any yearly maintenance? No. Almost. I would say no. Okay. tax depending on your personal tax brackets. If you are on a lower tax bracket, let's say you do not have other income, it's a bicycle because, like for example, you only want to open a mixed rice shop. You know your profit is within the range of like, every year is like 40,000-50,000 whereby your tax bracket is very low. So why do you want to incorporate companies in your part with a tax bracket 20 to 90%? And not to mention the every year you have to pay, the few $1,000s of maintenance costs. Because I have some clients, they somehow don't know who is. During in the past year, I think there's some people time. He actually incorporated the company to buy the property. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. But only problem is that the property that he bought are mainly low to medium cost, 70,000-80,000 kind of thing. Then the problem, the asset to appreciate. After a few years, it appreciated maybe like 40%, like 40,000. But at the end of the day, you find that you didn't make any money because that 40,000 every year you have to pay like 5,000 to 6,000. After 5 years, so here side you are, you have appreciated, but on the other hand, your pocket as a whole, all the money are being, picking up. And tax, like what I said, it depends. Cost to close it for sole proprietor is very, very easy. Okay, very easy. I think it's just part of, I can't remember, it's Form C or something. Major business, like what I said, whether you are opening for sole proprietor is more of a small businesses. Okay, and partnership, let's go. Statutory compliance, very, very minimum. Okay, business continuity, no, the moment you are the only person you take, close it. Okay, and each operation, yes, very easy to operate. Partnership, I think, very, very similar to this, the cost for all the factors, except in terms of the liability side, to me, is sometimes even greater than sole proprietor. Because you have to liable for something that others are supposed to be responsible as well. When it comes to company, cost is high compared to the rest. Okay, cost in terms of setting up yearly maintenance, and also cost to close it. Why I say cost to close it is high. To close it, there are a few methods. Basically, you can close it either by you don't pay people went out of the company, right? Or you can, under the Company Act, voluntarily, you can actually apply to court to dissolve it. But this one comes with a cost. It comes with, because money that you have this pay-up capital, let's say a pay-up capital of 1 million, right? And right now you decide to close it already, but there are money inside. But this money actually is not profit. You cannot just distribute a court order or capital reductions, and then cost you easily 10,000. So the cost of closing sometimes can be very high, right? The other method for is sometimes you do submit all this return and all that. Sometimes the CCM just strike out the company. The one, if that's what you want, okay, right? The best advantage of setting up Sendiri Enterprise is because of the limited liability factor. Your exposure is limited, all right? So okay, that basically sums up the advantage and disadvantage. Statutory compliance, yes, a lot. For those who like to set up so-called Sendiri Enterprise, I would strongly encourage you all to attend some seminar that sometimes organized by SSN to know your responsibility as a director. Okay, and withdrawal of partners for Sendiri Enterprise is also very good, very good in the sense that if anyone die, any of the shareholder die, the company still continue function like usual. It's just that whoever is their named beneficiary under the law, either by law or by will, they will take over to become the new shareholder. Because in this case, it's because company and shareholder are separate. The shareholder can come, can go, can die, can be replaced. Okay. To sell your shares, right? There's some so-called limitation in the sense that you have to first offer to the existing shareholder before you offer to outsider. And even then, in reality, it's almost impossible for you to sell. If you don't like tomorrow, it's an open market. What's the price? You can sell it off. Okay. Very frequently, people come to us, hey, I want to sell this. Unless you're selling to an existing partner, if not outsider, people look at it, you're really fighting inside. Why you want to sell? They ask us, it's either making money or not making money, right? Making money, and people will not feel very comfortable with the company that they do not know and has been in operation for years. And in order to buy, then they have to go through a lot of process, like need to carry out a lot of so-called due diligence to make sure everything is covered. These operations is not that easy in the sense that there are a lot of compliance issue. You need to file a small matter like you want to open a bank account, you need to get a company resolutions. You don't have that. Sometimes we want to open an account, very simple now, go there, bring IC, everything done. Right? Go to the bank, they will ask you a lot, all the company forms lah, the resolution lah. So that's some sort of advantage and disadvantage of all these three. Okay. Right now, I would like to zoom a little bit more in Senjata Hub because this is one of the most common form of people doing business. All right. Some introductory, some Form 9. Those are the very common form that when you do set up business like this, when you open a bank account, when you want to do anything, sometimes you want to get a credit from supplier. Those are the common form they will request from you. So basic certificate of incorporation is something like your birth certificate, okay? Because it has its own, just like IC, own registration number. You can change your company name from ABC to XYZ, but that registration number is something like IC, it remains, right? Then Form 34 will tell you who are the shareholders. Form 32A basically is a share transfer form. Form 44 is a form that will indicate your registered address. Normally will be the company secretary. And this one is important in the sense that a lot of people sometimes they are being sued without them even knowing. Because a lot of times summons in law, as long as the sense of summons normally will be your company secretary, right? So actually after they have done that, whether they actually receive or not, is no excuse. Let's say you didn't receive it, but the company secretary received it, but keep it. When the court, during the hearing date in court, if you fail to turn up, the judgment is given against you. Too bad. Okay, because a notice has been served. That's the reason why Form 44 is also important. Form 49 is basically this style, the list of directors, auditor, company secretary, etc. And M&A. Anyone know what's M&A? Memorandum of Article? Very good. Oh, okay.
So I'm still exploring this. And some
Okay.
people suggest me I should take up that is the course, is specialized for this M&A one. So
Yeah.
what is a company secretary? Inside they talk about
Okay.
very internal
Raise and everything.
yeah, and then because M&A is many course inside. Each of the course they have a certain of
Yes. Yes. Okay. Let me explain a little bit. M&A is something like two parts. One is called Memorandum of Association. This is more of your something like constitutions, the main law. You set up the company's objective, what sort of business will be in, and everything. A&A is an article of the association, basically set up the power of the director and how the company is going to be run. So in short, only called M&A. Okay. So those, if you're running a Senjata Hub, those are the very familiar forms that you come across. Shareholder agreement. In M&A, normally it's a standard M&A provided under Company Act. A lot of people just pay the company secretary. Company secretary will decide for them to incorporate the company and also to use the so-called standard M&A. But I have this advice to you: if you are serious about your company and many shareholders, then again, depending on whether you are majority shareholder or minority shareholders, particularly when you are minority shareholders, shareholder agreement is very, very crucial. Shareholder agreement actually is supplemental to the M&A, because in the M&A, no doubt they have all these standard clauses as to the directors' duties and everything. But apart from that, there are also a lot of gaps. Okay, like for example, it will not spell out like what will be a dividend policy, whether you're going to 70%, 50%, and everything, right? So standing from the minority point of view, I have no control as the board of director, right? So a very frequent problem that a lot of clients come to us is that, hey, I own money, tons of money, 300,000, but I never get my money. Why the majority shareholder who has a control of the board, he paid it himself, put the fat director fees of 10,000, and they will ask you to declare division. No, wait, because next year we're going to expand, so this one reserve fund cannot. So you can see the money, you can't touch it. It's a good stuff. So a lot of them start to feel very angry, and that's how. But if you have this shareholders agreement, the dividend per day, you resolve the problem. Under shareholder agreement, there's also one important thing. It's called reserve matters. Reserve matter. You say something like, if the company want to carry out any transaction that's more than 500,000, each and every of the shareholders must agree. Not because you are the biggest shareholder, you have control. No. So shareholder is especially important if you are minority shareholders. Apart from its function to actually cover the loopholes or the gray area or the by this standard so-called M&A. Okay. Director and shareholders. Familiar with it? What's called director? 会吗？董事局 shareholders 就是股东 Okay, you know the functions, right? Shareholder has no right in the day-to-day functions of the of the company. Attending AGM, the right to vote, and the right to receive dividends in case they pay. Mainly, all right. Whereby the director is the one that decides most of the matters of the company. But like what I said just now, those who is a company director? Anyone? You. Okay, great. I strongly encourage you all, because with the impending new inception of this new company act, more than before, the director's duty has become so much burdensome compared to before. Okay. Last month, I just had this client to come and see me. Suddenly, he's a bankrupt. Why? Because he's a director of a company. He's not a shareholder, but only a director. People say, "Oh, come in here, director. I pay director fees 2,000 a month." Right? Okay, do that. The things like this. The company was doing quite well until about 2-3 years ago. Then business go downhill. Most of the business goes out together. Okay, and after banks sell their asset, they still unable to pay the bank. Not only they are unable to pay the bank during those good times, they didn't pay full income tax. So right now income tax going after that. Income tax after going after the company, wind up the company, they go after the directors. Okay? So being a director, you will be personally liable for a lot of things. A lot of compliance you fail to do, director will be personally liable. Right? Like right now, even very simple thing. You fail to file annual return the whole AGM. What's the penalty? Company will be fined, I think about 3,000 or something. Each director also 3,000. Okay, and more seriously, in case your company fail to pay the income tax, you can come personally after. In that case, the company was owing the income tax like in the range of like close to $500,000. And that old uncle was at the age of 60 plus. He said, "It's okay lah." Okay, he gave up because at the age of 60 plus, he said, "I do not have that much of money to pay anyway. That's a bit bankrupt." But the point that I'm trying to make here is, being a director is a very fancy title, comes with very enormous responsibility. Okay, in Chinese we call director is what? 董事. But very sad, a lot of 董事 also 不太懂事. They think they know. A lot of them come out like, I don't know all this, And some even because they are 董事, they don't really take involved in the day-to-day running. Sometimes they even fail to pay the EPF for the employee. They receive some loss. Actually go after them. Okay? So this is in addition to all the various compliance under the Company Act, failing part, return to the whole AGM, you'll be landed with a lot. 3,000 kind of fines. Okay. That's what I mean. Yeah. The 5 types of resolutions. 2 are basic: members' resolution, it means shareholders' resolutions. Directors' resolution, that means a resolution passed by the board of directors. Okay. Why is resolution? And being a director is very important. Let me see the slide. For you because you are only protected. The only protection sometimes is only and also the resolution. The company decide to buy or to get a supply for certain, let's say 500,000. If you are doing something in the usual day-to-day running or in the normal course of business, there's no need for you to get any resolutions. But in the event that you are carry out some material transaction, what do you mean by carrying out material transaction? For example, you want to enter into a loan agreement with the bank. All this very important thing that you need to get a resolution as your authority to act. If you do not get it, you don't get it approved, you'll be personally, as a director, you're personally liable for that contract and not the company in the absence of any resolutions. Okay? A little bit faster. Wow. Okay, that part is about the various vehicle and a bit about the company. Right now, just like saying in the business, you have a lot of dealings. Okay? You either dealing with your partners, you choose your partner. Who do I want to be partners? Who will be my contracting party? I want to enter contract into this party to get maybe a supply of whatever. Okay? Or it can be in other forms. So it's very important for you to carry out your, just like couples, before you get married, you stay together, you try to understand each other, make sure it's the right one, only then you tie the knot, right? So when you're getting a partner, either in the form of Sanya Berhad or partnership, it's equivalent to something like getting married together, and divorce is actually very costly and very painful. So what do you need? Some researches that you can do is, like even in the form of getting a supplier, to conduct a CCM search to see who are the directors, who are the shareholders, how much is the authorized payout capital, and any borrowing from the bank. It is a search that you can make to see whether this company has been sued before. Secrets, the one only bank will have access to it. But the best form of it, actually, to me, you should carry out your verbal reference. Hey, this person, how is he? Is asking for supply. Please do your searches, because even personally in the past, I've also suffered some losses because I did not do enough of all these background searches. Sample SSS report. Can you see this? Too small? So basically, you can see how much is the authorized, how much is the payout capital, right? And then who are the directors here? and who are the shareholder and the respective shareholders, is how much would they have any borrowing with the bank. Okay, like in this case, wow, have a lot of borrowing from the bank and also some financial statement. To give a very good indications. You have company A, they conducted search, CCM search. Company A is like this one, still healthy, and you borrow just now. You know how much you borrow? A lot of money, right? Unsatisfied means still owe to the bank. Satisfied means already here to the bank. But in this case, at least about 10 borrowing. And most of it, like for example, this one, you have the amount that they borrowed. This is 1.1 million, but a lot of it is like open charge and everything. Open charge, basically, they do not specify the amount. And another company, company B, is very clean, not much of borrowing. Who would you choose to enter into a contract with, A or B? Who say A, raise the hand. B? Why? For us, I'll choose B. For a few simple reasons. Okay? Remember, in the form of Sandhya Prahat. This company has a lot of borrowing. What does it tell you? In order for bank to lend you the money, do you think bank stupid? Bank will carry out a lot of searches to make sure your financing is very healthy before they lend you the money. Okay? And those people who have taken a loan from the bank, loan from the bank in a Sandhya Prahat, all the director will be a guarantor to it. So they are exposed. So do you think dealing with this company, unless no choice, already no money, you let the company die? Never. Lower. Your risk is actually lower. But of course, subject to also others, all this financial, whether the return in time, how much the assets and everything. Compared to a clean company, I don't even know when you go to bank to lend money, to borrow money, whether the bank will lend you or not, whether you are credible enough. But I love to deal with company that has not borrowing like this. Actually, to me, I feel very safe. When I rent out my property or whatsoever, I would, again, all these are samples, simple search. In this column, we can see whether how many times have people inquired his credibility before, whether this guy has been sued in court, whether this guy has been a director of a company that has been wound up, whether he has received any summons, anyone else. It's a very good report. Okay. I have to run fast. I'm running out. Okay, finally, before I go, I think you need to take away with this rule of Ringgit Malaysia 1. What is this? In business, sometimes if you read the contract, when people give you free things, it's not necessarily a good thing. Because in the law contract, anything free, I can take it back. Like for example, today I see, today I give you my car. Okay, all these contracts are not enforceable one. Okay, but in other way, if you say no don't give it I give you $1 contract. $1 as long as any monetary value, and they have to honor it. So don't think free thing is good. Another scenario in terms of share, people sometimes like to give free shares, right? I give free shares, 30%. Okay, and you think it's good, but when you try to sell it, from tax point of view, you will tax for each and every cent that you are making. But you only need to pay $1. It's zero tax free. Sometimes you read in the contract, in exchange, in consideration of $1 whatsoever, that explains why the importance of $1. Don't underestimate that $1. $1.
Dollar rule should apply it
yeah.
in a way.
People will give me, no, I pay $1 enough. Okay?
As a value or something.
So in short, trading, so not very much. Alright? So okay. Begin with the end in mind, like what I said, before you start, go through the factor that I've explained just now. Okay, see where do you want to go, okay? And how can you get out? Like for example, when whether is there any mechanism in the shareholders agreement that we can get out by applying a certain formula to value the company share and pay accordingly. Okay, in case there's any deadlock, you don't like me, I don't like you, how can we get out? Because in Senyap Berhad, that is how we see so many come to us. How? Right? But I see you no good. You also don't like me. And sometimes because of quarrel, I don't want to buy your share. I also don't want to sell your share. Let the company die. This company has very, very big potential. So loss situation isn't in place to make sure this thing is can be resolved in a certain way. It's either by operation of law. So sorry, I think I do it in a very hurry way, a bit rushed. Thank you. That will be the end of my presentation, and I'm open for any questions. All right.
So, Mr. Tee, right?
Yeah.
Okay. My question is, for the M&A, there is a standard.
Table A of the company
general
Acts, yes.
one,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So actually, one lawyer and one proposed me for special new
Addition.
M&A. Yeah.
Okay.
New, the addition is to protect the interest of the person, the key person.
Are you the key person?
Yeah, I
Okay.
am.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. So I was wondering, is the general standard M&A actually to protect very well for each of the directors?
I can only say this in the absence of any shareholder agreements, right? The standard M&A following table A would be more in favor of the majority shareholders. That's all I can say. You can further improvise by incorporating certain provisions. That's more in favor to that. Yes, depending on what sort of provisions that you incorporate it in. If you say, like what you say, if it's really in favor of majority shareholder, you make it even stronger. But all I can say is, in comparison, by looking at the M&A as it is without any amendments, it's more favorable to the majority shareholders. That's all I can say. Yes. Yes. Okay. Any other questions? 有问题吗？刚才对不起，因为时间的关系，我没有一直重复的翻译在华语这一方面。我在这之后在这边有什么的话，还可以我说一声。好吧。Let me do this. Go back to the page one. Do the exercise again one more time.
Oh, yeah.
I almost. Number one. 华语的需要再翻译多一次吗？啊？可以啊 ，OK， 好的。You do already. Just give me 2 minutes to get the answer. Okay. 不打。好了吗？还没有好的举手，还需要更多时间的举手。If you need more time, raise your hand. No. If not, then we will just very quickly get the answer. Okay. In a partnership business, the liability is equally shared among the partners. No. Remember the joint and several things. You know, you're 100% liable for even your partner's shares. So it's false. Okay. Second, shareholder of a Senyap will be personally liable for certain offences committed by the company. No, shareholder is very safe because we are not involved in the operations. So director will be not shareholders. And that's a good thing about separate legal entity concept, whereby my risk is only up to the level of my investment in the Senyap Berhad. Okay. Number 3, answer is 3. Okay. So proprietor, partnership, and also Senyap Berhad. Number 4, director will be personally liable in case company fails to pay income tax. True or false? But the director has power to make a decision on the day-to-day running of business without any resolutions. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. It only requires solution in material transactions, important transactions, or else board will run the day-to-day things. Right? In a loan contract, free of charge is the best deal. Yes or no? Okay, good. So have more correct answer than before and after? Who has less? Raise your hand. Before summing? After? Before and after also 3. Okay. Yeah, how about you? 2. Before after also 2. That means my question can be is a bit tricky. Right now you're getting clear. Thank you very much. I'm here, I'm here, anything. Okay.
Thank you, Dato Tee. So it's time for our debrief for 10 minutes before the session ends. So you guys can go to your own group and have a 10 minutes debrief.
They can bring in the snack.
You guys can bring in the snacks and the cookies inside when you bring the